I think my management Bible says, and really how I try to live is, what can we do that's extraordinary? I think lots of times management, presidents, CEOs, etc., we edit ourselves. We talk about, last year we did this, we probably going to try to do something similar or the same types of things. And so I think it's important to continue to look for innovative and creative solutions to things, even if you're going through the same business, year to year, and continuously push yourself to be not just excellent, but extraordinary. So I always look for, as I look at the end of a year, what did we do and what did the team do that was extraordinary? In the lottery, we got in there and we saw very quickly that this was a time of gaming coming on board, more riverboats. Lottery had been around for a really long time at that point, 25 years, so it's kind of the old kid in town, the old game in town. And so what could we do to change that? How could we transform that business so that we could get the results that we needed, i.e. grow the business, but create some excitement around it in a controlled format. And so we really marketed instant games, and we did a partnership with Caesar's Palace for the first time. We partnered with Carnival Cruise Lines, and so we made these games fun and pick-up types of things up at the register and work with retailers so that they would in fact say, you know what, instead of carrying 2 of these games, I want 3, because I want that Carnival game and I want the Lucky Sevens and I want A, B, C, and D, and we were able to generate, a base of 300 million all the way up to 600 million when I left. I was an African-American female, but more importantly in that culture was the fact that I had not grown up in the business. And so that really was the challenge. And what was I going to offer to the team? What value was I really going to add to that management team, having not dug a ditch or been an engineer or been a lawyer? Because if you look at my predecessors, they were, for the most part, engineers and lawyers, and I was neither. And so how does she fit in? How's that going to work out? And, I think I hit the space, the industry, at exactly the right time, because this whole integration of, operations, marketing, efficiencies, customer service, making certain that the business is running, as smooth as it can, making certain that we have the types of relationships with regulators, politicians, that people understand what it is that we do. Because even now, I think a lot of people don't really understand what we do, and one of the big projects we're doing is making certain people understand we deliver the gas. We don't make gas. There's no room that we get it from. We don't own gas, and so we are really responsible for delivering that gas and maintaining those systems. I really believe in cross-functional work, and so people will say, why does the operations team need to understand the call center? In fact, at one point I moved the call center under the direction of the operations manager, because there's so much, well, that's their job, or that was the call center did this, and our guy was there to do the field work. And so it's important that we understand at I would say as far down in the organization as is possible or as is reasonable, how all of these pieces interconnect, because so often companies are run very, cookie cutter. I only do this and I don't know what's going to happen after the piece that I do. And I think it's important that you understand from the customer to delivery. You don't have to understand every piece, but it's important you have a general concept, even if you're lower in the organization, because that just helps you to understand where you fit in. Remember, the roles, I think, are extremely important, and it also gives you some frame of reference and some pride in that where you fit in regards to delivering that product or service to the customer. I think that is so key. As I look across our workforce, people can think and feel that, everyone has a shot, everyone has a chance, there's not just one size fits all, and that there is a possibility open to them to move along in the organization if that's what they decide that they want to do. And so I think it does give people, I can see people coming in and women, and minorities saying, well, we think this is a good thing. And some have come forward and said to me, we're really happy for you and we're really proud of you, and that's important to me.